Hey there, internets. This is Kyle with the another episode of the My Business Launch Secrets YouTube channel. Hope you are all doing well today. It's very late in the evening today, beginning of December. Here we are already. It's crazy. We are on day. I'm gonna double check this because I say it wrong every day. Day 65 is what we're on today. And of the journey from $0 to $1 million, starting a new online business from scratch, and only doing it part-time because I still got a day job and a family to take care of and various other responsibilities to deal with. So that's what we're watching. And today I don't have any, frankly, significant updates in terms of the overall progress of the business. I was thinking more today, as I mentioned yesterday, I think about accountability and trying to come up with some accountability partners or accountability group. And I was really, for dumb reasons, whatever, just debating whether I wanted to put it out there on some online groups, ClickFunnels groups, to see if anybody would be interested. But I was like, let me just do it, just see if anybody's interested or whatever. So I ended up going on one of their circle membership sites, which I think I got connected to through buying the ClickFunnels 2.0 package or whatever for Funnel Builder Secrets, I think it's called. And so they have a circle dot whatever CO website, membership site set up for people that joined that offer. There's about 2,000 people in there. And I figured, like, yeah, these are people that signed up for something. A lot of them are probably new to ClickFunnels and new to doing all this stuff. So conceivably, I would be able to align with people in a similar situation as myself and wanting to stay accountable on a weekly basis or whatever. So I posted this post about, hey, whatever, looking for accountability partners, basically, and here's a little bit about what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And within 10 minutes, basically gets shut down by the admin of the site saying oh, we just want you to, feel free to, if you want accountability, basically, just feel free to share your thoughts or whatever here on our little online forum, and so that everybody can see and everybody can participate and encourage you, blah, blah, blah. It's great, whatever, sing kumbaya, whatever bullshit. And again, totally ignoring the fact that's not what I was looking for. If I just wanted to, share some whatever thoughts on an online forum, obviously I would have just done that, because there's thousands of forums that you can go into to just post random thoughts, and sure, people are going to respond. But that's not the same thing as actually having real accountability partners and sharing kind of a little bit more specific details that people that are in the same kind of at the same level as you are and working on the same things that you're doing. Because again, these groups and online groups and forums and whatever, I mean, it's a whole swath of all kinds of people in there in terms of what level they're at of doing their business and what types of business. I mean, it's just whatever, wide mix of things. And aside from that, it's I'm not looking for a freaking online group, social media group to be a part of, because I fucking hate social media to begin with. I don't even like being a part of those groups. And I certainly don't just want to think I'm, bullshitting myself by, connecting with some random online dude, who could have just made up his entire social media profile. Could be complete total fiction, and I don't know who that guy or gal is. So again, obviously the point of me posting was I want to, connect with real people and actually have not an in-person relationship with them, but at least, something where we are being able to look at each other face to face through the internets, and having real dialogue, actual real people do in real life, right? I mean, it's a crazy thought. I get it, but anyway, so frankly, it kind of pissed me off, and I just deleted the post after, because Because the thing is what they do with these forums is if the admin doesn't really like your posts, sure, they'll say some nice stuff about, oh, we don't really do that here. And then boom, they just shut down your post from like getting anybody else to comment or add their feedback on there. And so I was like, that's bullshit. Like, so stupid. And so then I jumped over to the Facebook, which I really hate having to use Facebook, but went into the main ClickFunnels group there, which probably has, I don't know, 100,000 people or something in it at this point. And was like, oh, well, I should just post here. But before I posted anything, I just did a quick search on that group for accountability, right? And sure enough, like a very relatively recent post where somebody asked the same question of like, hey, I'm looking for an accountability partner to, help me make more progress over the next 30 days and we can work together, blah, blah, blah. Like, totally harmless request. Very decent request from somebody just looking to make progress in their own business. And what happens? The admins, of course, jump in like immediately, say, oh, like we don't, it's a rule here. We don't allow any collaborations or partnerships amongst people in the group. I'm like, this is like total bullshit. Now, again, I recognize that obviously some people that get in that group are probably going to be scammers and looking to, swindle people and try to get them to buy their thing and partner with them on some bullshit, whatever scam. And so, sure, I get it that admins need to kind of watch out for that type of behavior, but I don't see how a person just asking like a totally innocent question of like, hey, I don't want to sell. I'm not selling anything. I'm not marketing anything. I'm trying to do this business thing, and I just need somebody that I can actually talk to, like verbally, actually have an audio conversation, not just typing bullshit into Facebook and waiting for random responses from the internets. What's the problem with that? What's the harm if somebody sees that post and it's like, oh shit, like I'm in the same position they're in, and I would love to connect with that person. Like, what's the harm in allowing those connections to happen through your Facebook group? I don't get that. So, and I'm not like blaming ClickFunnels or whatever. I get it. They've got, again, a shit ton of people in their groups, and sure, there's bad actors in there, so they probably just want to keep the rules and whatever very rigid. But geez, it really kind of stifles, the freedom to allow people to engage in a more realistic way as opposed to just, again, some bullshit Facebook group, which, I don't know, maybe I'm just like the odd man out, but I just freaking hate Facebook groups. And sure, on occasion, maybe you'll see something in there that's of interest, but especially on the ClickFunnels stuff, it's more or less just like a bunch of random people that post random shit about, be sure you're staying positive in this journey, and here's, whatever, a mile-long list of the successes I've had in my business and why I think it's important, which, frankly, a lot of those posts are a little suspect. I wonder if ClickFunnels isn't just paying these people to post that type of shit. But in any case, I'm sure part of it is just like these people wanting to kind of inflate their own personalities and make themselves look good, but whatever. But again, if a group is not allowed to kind of meet the needs of the people that are in the group truly, which the only way you know that is by allowing the people the freedom to kind of express what they're struggling with and what they would really like to see in their own personal journey, and allow that to happen. So if somebody would like an accountability partner, then, you don't need to be the internet police of like saying like, oh no, we just don't allow that because we don't want anybody to get kind of hurt with, some scammer trying to, scam somebody out of money. Like, we're all freaking adults here, or at least you should be. If you're going to join one of these groups, there should be rules about not letting minors in, obviously. So we're all adults here. And if somebody were to post something like, "Hey, I want an accountability partner," and some scammer started to DM them or whatever you do, I don't even know all the exact nomenclature, but personally message that person and say, "Hey, I can help you," and whatever, just send me $8,000 through to my Nigerian bank account and I'll get you settled. I mean, then obviously the person that made the request should be smart enough to realize, like, oh, well, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to ignore it. I want to block that, whatever. But hey, the 10 other people that are just like me, just regular old people trying to play this game and make a little money for their families, and they want to, connect with a real person just like you. I mean, what's the big deal with that? So anyway, sorry, going off on a little bit of a rant here, but it is getting late and I'm tired and just kind of been a bit bummed out, I guess. Even before this whole accountability thing. I mean, just again, it's overwhelming, kind of thinking about what you want to do, and again, thinking about like what's the what really is, I guess, my passion, and what really should I even be doing. I just still kind of almost daily question whether or not I'm even going down the right path, but I don't know. Again, I still think you just have to stick with things for a certain period of time, or else you're going to get into this continual endless loop of just, trying one thing and then, you get tired of it after a few weeks or a couple months and you just move on to the next thing and so on and so forth. And without even ever really giving it enough sufficient time to really test out, is this something that the market's actually looking for? So, I mean, that's just frankly where I'm at today, where my headspace is. I mean, kind of coupled with the fact that just dealing with some struggles in a way at work, in my day job, of just things that I'm unhappy about, I guess. And having to be at a job for 8 or 9, 10 hours a day, come home, obviously want to spend time with the family for a few hours, get the kids to bed and all that, and then at the end of all of that, whatever 12 or 14 hours since I've been awake, I've burnt up a lot of the energy that I have for the day, and then have to come down here and like figure out the best thing for starting this new business. It's like, man, this is just doesn't feel like, I guess, I'm really ever going to make significant enough progress again to meet some of these goals that I really have. But again, I try to stay positive, again, recognizing that, again, we often overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. So if I think of it as a longer time horizon kind of problem, then I have to recognize that even the small gains I make every day, even just if I'm listening to a podcast, just learning something on my whatever 15 or 20 minute commute to work, like even just spending the time like thinking about those concepts, those ideas for even a short period of time every day, if you accumulate that, if you think what that accumulates to over a period of a year or 5 years or 10 years, I mean, that's actually a significant amount of time that you have spent developing new skills and ultimately new traits, new character traits for yourself as a person, even if it doesn't translate to like immediate, dollars, dollar success in your business. It's still kind of helping me grow as a person overall, I guess, is the main point. So again, I'm not saying I keep that at the forefront of my mind all the time, but it is something that I have to remind myself going back to, that even though it doesn't appear that I'm making a ton of progress, I know that even in those small steps, I am making some progress, and I just have to keep going forward each day. So I guess that's about it for today. Hope you're all doing well. And hey, if anybody's watching this and you're on this journey just like I am, and you want an accountability partner, then, for fuck's sake, just let me know, because this is my channel, so I can put out whatever kind of shit I want. Nobody's going to censor me on this channel. So I'll just ask you, for the 3 or 4 people that actually ever see this video, if that's something that interests you, just leave a comment down below. Hit me up. I think my email is support@mybusinesslaunchsecrets.com. I think there might be a link to it somewhere on the YouTubes. Just shoot me an email. Say, hey, dude, I feel your pain, and I'm trying to do what you're doing, so let's link up, and I'd be down with that. And let's go from there. So, in any case, hope you're doing well. Keep on kicking ass, taking names, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.